Hello Lady Vapors. Today we're going to do a follow-up on the Kanger eVod. I have been using it now for a week and I'm very satisfied with what's happening with it. It's a quality item, very nice form factor, very smooth, no knurling, and I've actually managed to rig up a lanyard, which I'll be showing in another video here, so that you can wear this as a lanyard since it doesn't have the hook on it that some of the eco products have. But the most important thing I wanted to point out first as far as smoking the eVod goes is it's a sipper, and you can get great volumes of smoke and such, but I wanted to impress upon you how easy the draw is as compared to a cigarette where you're doing the parrot thing, you know. But the way that I get the best smoke out of the eVod is to lightly draw on it. In fact, you're literally putting it in your mouth and letting your mouth fill with the vapor, just a little bit of negative pressure in order to draw it in. Lots of vapor, and I'm not really drawing on it at all. The vapor is entering my mouth and filling it up, so that way you get all the taste right away. A lot of the times if you're drawing, if you can hear yourself sucking on it through the air holes, you're drawing too hard. So you have to kind of retrain yourself from the cigarette world. You have to just lightly draw. Oh, that's wonderful vapor. Effortless draw. Now, today I wanted to show you about some maintenance things for your Kanger eVod. If you do the right things when you're filling it and maintaining it, you're not going to have gurgling, you're not going to have burning. I like to keep mine full. If mine get down to more than a third down, I refill them right away with the same liquids, and I also have a lot of different heads. I'm very happy to say that through Sun Vapors I was able to get pink, which is just stunning, I think. It's just beautiful. And we also have a burgundy, and that goes very nicely with the Ego. This is a Ego pass-through battery, and those are very nice because you can smoke them while they're recharging. The USB plugs into the end, so you're never without smoke. But I have plenty of batteries, but it's still a nice idea. And then of course I have an Ego Twist here, and I have the Kanger on it also. I've gone exclusively over to the Kangers. I gave all of my MT3s, all of my Clearomizers, everything to my husband. He loves them. They smoke heavier, they smoke hotter, and he likes to puff, so they're good. But for the ladies, you just can't beat these. I just go on and on about them. Now I'm going to untwist this. There we go. And as you can see, I have the little charms hooked to the lanyard. That's something I have at my Seashore gift shop. And the first thing you want to do when you take off your tip is turn it upside down and let it sit. Let it sit for a little while. Now the reason I'm going to put it up in here because it'll stand actually upright. And this is my husband's shell stand, also available at Seashore Gifts. Okay, now we have our Kanger eVod. It's been sitting and draining, and in the meantime we're going to assemble the things we're going to need. We're going to need a piece of paper towel, and we're going to need this handy little item here. This is a pipe cleaner. Simple pipe cleaner. You can get them in the craft stores, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them in any smoke or pipe department. And this little lifesaver has saved me a lot of grief in changing things out. And you'll see where it comes in handy. Now this has been sitting about 5 minutes, and the reason we're doing that is that a lot of the fluid, since the fluid sits in the bottom, has been gathered around those wicks. And by doing this, you are letting that all drain down. Now I'm going to take it out and loosen it up. I would say 5 minutes is good for the fluid to drain away. Okay, we're just going to pull the atomizer straight out and turn it upside down and take a look at it here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a paper towel and very carefully wrap it around the base and just turn it and make sure that these threads are wiped off. Then we're just going to dab at the wicks. the wicks on here on the sides. Oh, yes, here we go. We're going to just dab at those wicks because we don't want to pull them out. They can actually be pulled out. And here's the most important thing. After you've cleaned off your threads on the bottom, after you've dabbed away the excess fluid on the rest of it, you're going to take a hold of the knurling on the top of this and you're going to give it a twist tight. There can be problems with the unit if this starts working loose. And the nice thing is that you can remove it and change it. But you want to make sure every single time that you refill that you've checked that to make sure that it's tight. Now we're going to set that aside. Now we're going to go into our case, which I'm going to be offering on my Etsy site soon. It's a wonderful little thing that I've come up with for organizing all of my fluids. Very nice and nice finish. But we're going to reach in and get our chocolate hazelnut from Vaporlicious. We're going to now take the bottle, and they have a nice narrow nipple on these. And this is why I like the eVods too, is that they are so easy to maintain and so easy to clean, so easy to refill. There are many products out there that you have to use a hypodermic needle or these filler bottles, and it's really a mess. I don't want to deal with that. I think we women want it just nice and easy. So here we're going to just dribble it down the side. It's very simple, making sure we don't get it in that center post. So we've filled this up now, and as you can see, I'm going to tip it here so you can see in the camera, there's that center post. We've filled it up just about to the top. As I say, in between fillings, I let it get down to about 1/3 and then I refill. Now, here's one of the important parts about the this is where your little pipe cleaner comes in so handy. We're going to take the pipe cleaner and we're going to run it down that center stem and make sure that if there's any fluid in there, some condensation happens and things like that, we're going to run that all the way through down through to the bottom and out the bottom. Run it around, very carefully pull it out. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there was liquid in there. If you don't remove that, you're going to have gurgling and things like that, and you're going to have some problems. But it'll still work, it just won't be as nice. And we make sure once again that everything is good with this piece. And we just slide that back in the hole. Crank it down. Then we put it on a battery. Now if you run it down to the point to where it's fairly dry, I'm going to be putting, you want to let it sit for a little while. If it hasn't been run all the way down empty, it's still bathed in the liquid and it's ready to vape. So let's try it out, shall we? That's today's video on vaping, and I'm going to grab my twist here. So we'll go with a vape, and you have a great day, and thank you for not smoking. Mm.